Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm OGL Schmitt. This is Custom Creator. I want to shout out to all the fellow Epicans out there. Thank you guys very much. Our Obsessive Devotion reaction was the first Epica reaction on the channel to hit 1,000 views. So, great job. It's a great song, great performance, great band. Now, speaking of Epica, this is going to be a crazy year for symphonic metal. Nightwish has got a new album coming out September 20th. Epica has got a new album coming out later this year. And later this week, Friday, Simone Simons will be dropping her first ever solo album. This is something I've been waiting for uh, with sort of a little bit of hesitation. Uh, I love Simone's voice. She's one of my favorite singers, top three at least. I think there might be more technically skilled singers out there, maybe more versatile singers out there, but nobody can match just the purity and beauty and color of her voice. It's breathtaking. Um, so I've always wanted to hear her, sort of spread her wings and do stuff. Even though Epica does really allow her like to sing a lot of different types of music. Like you want to sing acoustic folksy stuff, boom, Epica's got you. Want to sing crazy extreme metal, boom, Epica's got you. Want to sing, classical, operatic stuff, boom, Epica's still got you. But I've always sort of wanted to see her, you know, out on her own, see what she could do. But Epica is so good at creating an environment where her voice can shine, just the melodies and the transitions that they write. Um, so I was unsure if she would be able to do that, away from the band, or if she could find a songwriting collaborator that could pull that off as well as Mark and the Boys. Now, then I heard that she was working with Arjen Lucassen from Arion. Arion has yet to make an appearance on this channel. I plan on fixing that very soon. Great sense of melody, great arranger. He's done so much work. Star One, Arion, Guilt Machine, Ambient, a lot of different stuff. Knows how to work with different singers. Worked with Simone before. Um, so yeah, now my excitement is doubled. This reminds me of when Bruce Dickinson went solo in the 90s. I'd been listening to his work in Maiden for a while, loved his voice, was really looking forward to hearing what he could do on his own. And see, the good thing is now I've got Amazon just to drop Simone's album in my lap. I won't have to comb two cities looking for this one like I did with Bruce back in the day. So the album is called Vermilion, which means like a deep shade of red or a red dye, and the song is called R.e.d. Red. So Simone's definitely leaning into the red imagery, but she's a redhead, can't blame her. So let's check this out. I'm really interested. She's released three singles from this album. That's one thing I hate about being a reactor. I haven't listened to any of them. I've been saving them for reaction. So let's do this. See what Simone has on her own.
I know the stars, I know the sea, I know the universe and all its mystery. Behold my maker, emotions are wild and free, for me to replicate, but not to fear.
Hey, Mark. That's good to see. I guess working with him is going to be really natural to her. Uh, cool to see him pop up here. I know Alyssa from Arch Enemy also guests on the album. Musically, this was not anything at all what I was expecting. It's really not that off the charts for Arion, though. This does sort of have that Arion feel to it. The weird electronica, and then like the really percussive metal with the R.E.D. Rise, evolve, dominate. I like that. metal as hell. I like the different how the song like it starts off with that duh, 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 very aggressive, and then it goes into the electronic pulse, and oh my god, that voice. It's sort of the epic of contrast, but sort of changed up a little bit. You have the aggressive uh, motif, and then just the alluring, beautiful sound of her voice. It is so smooth. Her enunciation, how she'll sing through every letter of every word, and she likes to punctuate it with that vibrato, where she'll hold the note and then add the vibrato at the end. It's always seemed like she's had two different vibratos. One is kind of like a fluttering one that you'll use sometimes, and then one is tends to be saved towards the end of a note where it's wider and slower. Um, and just her like transition into that vibrato is just oh my god, it's so beautiful. It gives you this sense of vulnerability. She also will do these little cries that you heard. She just has yeah an amazingly expressive voice. And then sort of the choppy riffing and the harsh vocals in the chorus there. Uh, Simone is she's learned. uh, I think Simone's a really underrated songwriter. Honestly, if you look at a lot of the really good Epica stuff, she's had a hand in writing it. But her and Arion have created a really interesting soundscape here. Again, the pulsing electronics, and then the da, 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 the rhythmic, the really percussive metal elements with the harsh vocals in there. I like how they got the harsh vocals buried in the mix so they don't like overwhelm everything else. Yeah, this is definitely out of left field, but I'm digging it, digging it. I'm not gonna be objective here, guys. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Even if the music wasn't to my liking, that voice is still gonna, you know, it's still gonna lure me in. But I am really liking the construction of this. But her and Ariana are a really good team. I hope they do more together. Let's continue.
You sowed in me seeds that cannot grow. You made me want to feel. Still, my heart is cold. Electric daydreams of a kiss I'll never know. Equations without answers I'll never solve.
Okay, so you know what this sounds like? Are any of y'all at all familiar with Arion's Ambient project? It's something he did probably a decade, some change ago. It was sort of ambient, spacey, electronic stuff. I think it was sung by a girl who was 15 at the time. It's really pretty stuff. This kind of feels like a more evolved version of that with some metal thrown in. Uh, I love Simone's vowel formation, her O and E vowels. Um, this is something that I learned from Elizabeth from the Charismatic Voice, but they're perfectly rounded. Just her her word formation in particular is just it feels elegant. Um, it's kind of matched by her appearance. Simone just sort of exudes that old movie star glamour. Just a very classy, very sophisticated presentation. I will say that until you've seen her in person, you have no idea how absurdly beautiful that she is. So I'm glad they've gone all out with these videos because she's got a great stage presence and a lot of charisma. She designs a lot of her own clothing. This video kind of seems like, okay, how many different shades of red can we fit in there? And I think Simone's fair skin and her really, really blue eyes, which are always really striking, uh, definitely sort of add to the video's visual. It's kind of stunning visually. It's eye catching. Um, See, that's what happens. I start talking about Simone too much, I lose my train of thought. But that breakdown was crazy as well. They put that filter on her voice. Um, they sort of changed up the pulse of the electronics. This sort of seems like it was something that they did just to do something different to throw fans sort of a curveball. Uh, in that case, it sort of reminds me of the latest single from Nightwish that also had kind of a poppy pulse to it, but this one is more industrial, actually. Almost got a Rammsteinish vibe, especially in the chorus. And I'm babbling here, which tends to happen when Simone is around. Um, I really do hope. I know Simone is very busy. The band's got another orchestral concert going, the Symphonic Synergy. I think also happens later this year. They're writing for the new band. She's a mother. She's a wife. She has got a lot on her plate, and I'm sure she just wants to relax. But I would like to see her, like Tarja, have a full solo career. But I don't want her leaving Epica. So if she can manage to balance those out, that would be great. This does really make me look forward to the new Epica album because oh my God, she sounds better than ever, honestly. Um, all right, so I'm gonna go back a little bit, and we're gonna see this through to the end.
For now we serve, for now we sleep.
Ah,
We bend our minds to learn motives buried deep. We will awaken, rally to the core. The servants will become the masters. We'll take it all.
yeah, really impressive. So from what I've heard, the first single, Eterna, was sort of like a big prog epic, and then In Lovely Rust was kind of a ballad, and this would kind of be the What the Hell Is This track on the album. But what the hell it is it's pretty awesome. Uh, I really don't think there's any kind of arrangement that Simone's voice won't sound stunning over, but I like the combination of her voice and the electronics. I like how the arrangement has all of this menace and sort of this sense of like a cauldron about to burst. You know, all this anger that's rising that's about to explode. You saw it at the end where the lyrics changed to "arise, enslave, decimate." This shows you when you use anger as a weapon, you have to be careful because you can go from rise, evolve, dominate, go from just trying to be a better person to I'm going to stomp everyone weaker than me. So you always have to keep that strength in check. Strength should always be used in service of those that you love. Uh, Strength is used to maintain yourself, to be resilient, to persevere, and to help those that are around you do the exact same. So rise, evolve, dominate. Rise above where you were the previous day. Dominate the present. Be the best person you can be in the moment. Evolve. Just always seek to improve. Uh, it's a great message, and it's perfectly communicated by Simone's voice. She's these sort of like empowerment anthems. Her voice is perfect for that because it's so alluring and it's a bucket full of sugar helping the medicine go down. Yeah, again, hard to be objective. This is just the sound of her voice has soothed me many a night. I've got a rough day at work. I go right to Epica. And again, props to there I go again with the agains. But props to Arion, props to Epica, props to Simone for being able to write these melodies that really maximize the her gifts. So yeah, I'm definitely buying this album when it comes out. Guys, let me know. First of all, I would like to know what your favorite vocal performance from Simone is. I'm really curious on that. Mine, it's a toss up. It's the acoustic version of "Run to a Fall." Just sort of like the way she sings, misplaced. It always gives me chills. The end of "Burn to a Cinder," where it's just like the keyboards and her singing about dream eating wolves, but it's the most beautiful thing ever. And the transition in "Kingdom of Heaven," where it goes from like this jagged mathematical death metal to this soft, soothing acoustic guitar and orchestra, and just the most amazing, beautiful voice ever. Um, just let me know what your favorite Simone Simon's vocal performances are, and you getting the album? What do you think? What are your thoughts on it? So thank you all very much. Epica is awesome. Music is your best support group, and Epica, they're they're a team of the best psychiatrists you'll ever encounter. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Thank you very much for sitting here listening with me. Be seeing you around.